Alright guys, I've got another fun video here for you. This is going to be on my Verizon HTC One M8, and I'm going to show you how to install a new ROM. This is ROM is called Env, which is brought to you by the same guy who brings you all the hyperdrive ROMs, which are very, very cool, and I install on almost all my Samsung devices. So let's go ahead and get into the install of this. Right now I'm running CyanogenMod on here, which is a really awesome ROM, running nightlies. The newest nightly, I think, from last night is what I'm running on it. Do like CyanogenMod, awesome, as everybody knows. So we're just going to go in here into my file browser, and right here is my ROM. It's NV-M8-RLS1.1 zip, and that's it right there. That is the file. So we're actually going to go ahead and flash that file. It's very, very cool. So prerequisites for this, obviously, is you're going to need to have an unlocked bootloader. You're going to need to have custom recovery installed and know how to use all that kind of stuff. If you don't know how to do that or haven't done any of those steps, go ahead and watch my playlist on this device. I do cover everything you need to know about it. So go to YouTube and check out my M8 playlist, or Rootjunky.com, either one has it. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and power this device off and install this ROM. So I'm actually just going to do a reboot to recovery, and we'll get into this install. Now the cool thing about the Env ROM and even I think a bunch of the hyperdrives is they use Aroma Installer, which is just super nice. It kind of lets you customize the ROM as you install it, and I'll show you what I mean here in a second. Alright, so we're in recovery. First thing you always want to do is go ahead and hit backup, swipe across, create an Android backup. This is your safety net in case something goes wrong in the install. You can always get back your backup and you'll be back and running on your device. I just went ahead and did a backup of CM11 nightly just a couple minutes ago, so I'm not going to worry about it. We're going to then go to wipes and just go ahead and swipe across to wipe out the data, the cache, and the Delvic on your device to get you a clean slate for the install. And then we'll go back, you hit the home button, get you back here too, and we'll go to install. And then we got to find where our ROM is at. Mine is on my SD card, and then it's under, should be under download. There you go, and then right here it is. So go ahead and select it. Make sure it's listed right there, which it is, and go ahead and swipe across to flash. So right here it's actually going to normally just runs through in the progress bar, but there, boom, it opens Aroma Installer, and now we can install this ROM. So go ahead and hit, it says right here, Env M8 or One M8 HTC, says version, some information about the author. So S Breen 94 and Hero. Release date is May 5th. So go ahead and hit next. Agree to the terms. You can read them if you want. I'm not going to. There's no issues there. And then it says run install, system information, changelog, exit. We're going to go ahead and hit run install. Alright, so then it asks you what device do you have. So obviously you can install this on an AT&T, T-Mobile, Verizon, or Sprint. Generic HTC One M8, which would be the international version. So this ROM does work on any of them, which is super, super sweet. So I'm going to go pick Verizon because that's my carrier. And then it talks about what do you want to do here. So device options. So developers pick naked install or custom install. So basically, if you do custom, you can pick through all your options of what you want to install, what apps, which is kind of cool. Naked is just the bare essentials, and then developer picks is just installing it exactly like developer wants it. So that's what I'm going to actually do. But if you do want to use a different way of installing it, go ahead and check those out. So view developers picks, I can do that and I can see what he picked out. Again, it'd be like doing custom, or I can just hit install. I'm going to just do ahead and hit install. Developer choice apps mods have been selected. Push OK to continue, which is exactly what I want. And then wizard is ready to begin installation. Push next. And now it's going to go ahead and do the install. Like I said, this is exactly the way the developer wanted this thing to be presented. I didn't modify any of the apps or different things that are in it, but you can do that, and that's one of the beauties about Aroma. And actually, if you don't like the way it's set up right now, after this is installed, boot back into recovery, go through it, pick out what you want and don't want, and flash it again, boom, you're good. So very, very cool, very, very easy to do. You can even do that without a wipe once you have all your data in there, and just reinstall the system, and you can basically edit things that way. If he has theming and stuff like that in custom, you can go in and just edit things as you want and just reflash the thing without a wipe and basically retheme it if he has those options built into Aroma, which normally he does. So we're gonna let this thing run, and install shouldn't take too long here, maybe about 4 or 5 minutes tops, and we'll come back to it as soon as it finishes this step. Okay, so install is almost wrapped up here. Shouldn't be too much more to do. You're at 95%. Let's see what we get here. Alright, stock kernel is what's installed. Initializing, finishing up. There we go. Consider a donation if you appreciate / like our work and enjoy. So very, very cool. Definitely do that, actually. If you guys want to see cool development, cool new stuff for your devices, you gotta support your developers. That really encourages them to keep on it and keep going, and you know, bring us these awesome, cool ROMs. So here we go. Go ahead and hit next. And it just says put next to reboot and finish. So we'll go ahead and hit finish. Reboot now, yes. And that should reboot automatically. And I'm a little bit curious to see if this new Env ROM has some new boot animation. So let's see what happens here. Looks like it's still, there we go. There it is. Alright, so let's check out this boot animation, HTC blah blah blah. And come on. Alright, here we go. Oh, haven't seen that in a long time. It's kind of hard to see in the shot here, but it's the basic, completely 100% stock original boot animation. This is the original Android boot animation. This is what, if you use like what do you call it, like the SDK, Android SDK, and you boot a virtual device, because you can do that in there. This is be the boot animation you'll see then. So this is, like I said, original stock boot animation for Android. Alright, so let's let this thing boot. Once it boots, I'm going to do a little quick setup, and then I'm going to show you guys around. Alright, so after it did that, it went ahead and actually brought back the HTC screen after the boot animation. The boot animation lasted about 2 minutes. And here is the initial startup. So like I said, let me just shoot through this really quick. Alright, it's loading. And it looks like it's initially going to load blink feed right off the get-go. I'm not really too interested in that. Alright, so here you go. This is going to be first boot up, and wow, it looks 100% stock to me. Except for a couple things I can point out right here is the battery percentage in the battery, and this little looks like a power button right there in the notification. So off the get-go, like I said, looks very much stock. Yeah, everything looks very, very stock here. You got your app drawers here and here, a couple different things in it, and then you can go into, again, your actual app drawer. That was actually folders, I'm sorry, and see what we have in here. Let's see, mail, galleries, TV, Fitbit, that's interesting. Again, some folders in here, car, dock, clock, productivity, information in there, basic stuff, settings, tools, flashlight, HTC calculator, all that kind of goodies. Alright, so then here you got these, see all these icons? These are the Env icons, and these is where all your like cool tweaks are going to be done, and like modding and all that kind of stuff. And then task manager and emergency alerts. So we'll get into those in a second, because there's going to be a lot in there. So I got to finish looking at this device. Let's pull down your notification here, and the first thing I can see is you have some quick launch features right here, which is cool. You can actually add a couple applications to it, and actually there you go, it does have ES file browser. I'm pumped about, because I always download it anyway, so it's just perfect that it's already there. So you can add these quick launch applications in here, which is really cool if you use a lot of things, and then just get right to those applications really easily. So other than that, some notification stuff you can swipe away. We do have all of your quick toggles here, quite a few of them. GPS, rotation, syncing, brightness, flashlight right there is pretty cool. Does actually function. Turn that on and off. I always like that one on there. It's always one of my favorites. And you do have your CPU frequency right up here for all of your CPUs, or in percentage. So that's always a cool little feature to have on there. You can flip them over and you have all these exact same, well actually these are different actually. So you have some power saving features. You can go here, power saver, turn that on and off. And then I don't know what this extreme power saver, oh that's where it switches modes. I'm going to cancel that and cancel that out. So there are a couple things you can adjust there. Extreme power saver like changes your whole look of your device if you use that feature. Alright, so you've seen all the notification stuff, you've seen the app drawers. I'm pretty sure if you want to add widgets, you would come in here and go like this. And you can actually, yeah, did you see that? You can actually flick widgets up to it. So it's kind of cool. So if you scroll over here to this window, and then you just take this and flick it. Oh, let's see if I can do it. Like that. Did it go up there or not? I've done it before. There it goes. And then you have your widget right there. So that's how you would add widgets. Like I said, pretty standard. Everybody knows how to do that if you have HTC Sense, because this is obviously Sense on here. Alright. Oh, so that's what that button does right there. Is I just did it on accident. But you can actually power off with that little power button right there. That's pretty much how that thing functions. I think if you just touch it once, it just turns off your screen. But if you hold down, let's see, yeah, it'll bring up your power options just like holding your power button will do. So it's alright, it's interesting, it's just something that this developer always puts in his ROMs. Alright, so we're going to get into the app drawer and just check through really quick these cool different things we have here. So this is their SuperSuit application to handle all your root access requests is right there. Here is Env sidebar. Wow, that looks really cool. Simple, sleek, mobile. So there you go. That's how that works. It just slides in from the side, and you can have home. Let's see, app portal. Looks like add an application. Let's do this one, and then we'll add. Whoops. Let's add this one. Add another one. We'll add this one right here, and then we can go back. And now I think this is actually going to be now on every screen. Let's see. I know there's, oh that's still blink feed. I know there's a way to launch that from other screens. I'm just not sure how to do it. Definitely got to play with this thing a little bit and figure that out. But it's pretty cool. And then you do have Env Matrix. Hack into the Matrix and take back your network. Wow, interesting. Very interesting. So again, attack list. Oh man, I gotta play with this. Looks really cool. So it basically says, provides you with all the tools you need to run network test. Not to mention, it gives you the power to have a bit of fun. Be forewarned that no one involved in the development of this project will be responsible for anything you do with this application. Hack on. This looks interesting. It looks like you can attack your Wi-Fi network or other Wi-Fi networks and see how the security works on those networks. Yeah, that looks cool. Definitely going to be playing with that. Yeah, definitely going to be playing with my own network and see how that works. Obviously, like I said, they don't take responsibility. If you do something illegal with it, that's on you. And then you got a file manager here. Now, like I said, I do like using ES file browser. So this is more like a, kind of looks like a CM file browser. So it is here, it is a root file browser, and you can do all your edits and different things like that. And then lastly, we have the Env Tweaks. And I would recommend going pro and donating for this because these guys do bring some really awesome stuff. And it just talks about the developers, gives you some information on them. And then, okay, so this is going to be packed full. This is very much, like I said, if you're used to Hyperdrive and their Hyperdrive tweaks, this is VM and their tweaks. It's the same thing. You can customize everything. Colors, I mean, you name it, battery, I mean, it just goes on and on. So, if you've seen any of my videos on Hyperdrive tweaks, this is pretty much the same thing. You have PI controls. We'll go ahead and allow this. There's the super user request, allow. And just all kinds of coloring. Now actually right there you could see that was the PI control I just turned on. There's PI controls. Gives you a bunch of information. So it's just, yeah, it's packed full. Miscellaneous. You got up here system mods, edit tabs. Yeah, this thing's just gonna be crazy full of really cool information. So Pi control information. Okay, some different things you can do on there, and so on. Like I said, I can't even go through all this because it would take me like probably 15 minutes or half hour to go through all the settings that you can do in Env Tweaks. So there you go, guys. That's going to be Env ROM install on the HTC One M8. A little bit of an overview on it. Definitely be playing with that little network testing application. That looks really cool. Hope you guys like this video. Stay tuned for more on this device, more on the S5 as development happens. Hopefully we'll have root access on that someday soon, and all the other devices I cover. So hope you guys like it, and we'll catch you next time. Rootjunky out.